First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Check, 47. It's just me and you. It's just 13, 13. Under crunch. Hey, order. 21, 21.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, now Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Hey, gun. 11.
Play action, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got tight right there. Tight dog. Check the backer. Check 24.
Jackson now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? Now look. 5, 5, 5. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 59. Pittsburgh. 59. Hey, switch gears.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 4. Go. No.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check, 59. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Mike spot 9.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Logan. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's got Smith here. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
10. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check Mike. Hey, alert. Mike 55.
Garoppolo now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. Quick dash. Kill.
21.
Check.
Go.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Exit.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the twist.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Get that ball. 6 down. Check 6. Check 52 the mark.
From the gun, Jackson. This one into the hands of Burton. Room here to run. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And bring it. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill. Let it roll. Check 50. Check 50. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
To throw is Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watch the slant. Watch the safety creep. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot.
Toss play, Kamara. And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 31. Check 31.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Go to base. 52. Shoot. Check 26. Check 26. Go. Switch. Check your hot read.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check button. 60 outlaw. Watch the run. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5 over. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Watch it.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Finding room to the 20. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On the ground, this is Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
I'm here all day.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. On the counter, here's Kamara. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. From the 44, Jackson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're running it. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
You don't want this.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Ready up. Who's the mic, boys? 52. Right here.
To throw on third down. Jackson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we
Here
go.
are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Six, six.
SOS.
They run again with Logan. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Alert 3, alert 3.
On third down, Mays. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Silver.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 3. Check. Fresno.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Finding room inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 70 Indians. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. Go. Alert flare.
Now Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go. Mike 55.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check. Lucky.
Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
12. I got this. Hey, I 7.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And able to find Dorsett. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go.
Check, 47.
They run with Logan. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here we go,
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. 13. Undercut. 14, spill. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Logan, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go. Like 20.
Rebutt.
65. Hey, gun. Hey, Haywood.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
25. Check 25.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. He's got Burton here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
31 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Touchdown, Vikings! Kiki QT, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the carry, it's Logan. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On play action. Now Garoppolo. He fights him off. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's got Smith here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. On the ground, Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Garoppolo. It's caught. Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down, Vikings.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try the left side. Logan, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
That's it. Big hit.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the year,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Here we go.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through.
Water was in his veins. So for Minnesota, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they